think quite quickly I realised that I was now the most senior member of staff, and actually I didn't really have all the skills that I wanted to have yet.
Yeah.
So I think it was a combination of that, and also, I mean, I've always really loved sort of wildlife and the natural world, and I've always been really aware of organic growing and that kind of way of doing things. But in this garden, they wanted, bowling green lawns, so lots of weed and feed and moss killer and that kind of thing going on. And I think I just got to the point where I thought, actually, this isn't really where I want to be. There was one day where I was really, I mean, I'd been feeling really conflicted about it for a while, but I think when you're young, you just think, oh, this is what head gardeners do. So, I just have to make their lawns look perfect. I was just watering on some weed and feed onto the lawn, and a little bumblebee flew underneath the spray of my watering can, and I just thought, I can't do this anymore. Permaculture is very much a kind of a way of thinking. It's like a design system based on ethics and principles. So it's very much about earth care. So meaning that, what you're doing is not putting weed and feed on your garden. You're caring for the earth. And it's about people care as well. So it's quite a lot about community. And I always think people care as well is about making sure that the materials that you're using are not exploiting anyone in their construction. So thinking about where everything comes from that comes into your garden. And it's also talking about fair shares. So that's partly to do with, thinking about not over consuming. In the West, we consume a lot more than people in other parts of the world. So trying not to over consume. And so I thought I'd quite like to have a go. So I bought myself some knives. And also I was doing it a bit with the kids, when they were little, we wanted them to try all sorts of different things and to do a lot of kind of creative things. So we bought them like proper sharp bushcraft knives as well, but used in under careful observation. So we would get together around a fire and we would whittle spoons from bits of wood that I'd cut from the garden. I have loads of half whittled spoons. It takes quite a while to do a decent one, but there's something really, it's like meditation. Just turning a stick into something useful. Just carving away. Yeah, it's lovely.